All right, back again. This is like Super Bowl week, Radio Row. Got Jay Garcia, Dontavius Nash, now Katin Hauser, Ryan McChrystal, baseball will join us at 2:30. Then we'll go on live at 3 o'clock. But good to have Katin Hauser back with us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Katin, good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I think the theme today is kind of the finish line for at least this part of the football season, because you guys have a little break coming up. So you've been putting in a lot of work. You excited to get a little time away?
Yeah, of course. This summer was really good. We got to put in a lot of work, going hard in the weight room and then going on the field too. So getting a little time away will be good, but excited to get back and start the season up.
And a very important spring and summer, because this is your first one here, Jake's first one here, John David Baker's first one here. So how do you feel it's all kind of come together as far as getting acclimated and being ready for fall camp?
It's been really good. The spring, you kind of get thrown into the fire a little bit, new offense, new players, having to learn everything right off the bat. And then I feel like the summer's been really big for us to kind of build off our spring. I feel like we had a really strong spring.
Yeah.
Even into the spring game, I thought we looked really good. And then this summer, just being able to go out on the field and kind of go through at a slower pace, learn the offense a little bit more, get these new guys, transfers, freshmen coming in to kind of bring them all along. And then also building the weight room and stuff like that. I feel like it's all coming together really quickly. So, this summer's been really helpful, and I'm excited to get to the next part of the season.
I'll reiterate what I said earlier. We had Darrell Robertson here, and I asked him about the quarterback position. He's very excited about the room, and he said that, because I asked him about both of you guys, and he said both of you guys carry yourselves as if you're the guy, the one. You've got that aura about you and everything. And I've heard that from your teammates as well. So the maturity level you have, the leadership abilities, does that kind of come natural to you? And it seems like guys really gravitate to you.
Yeah, being in that position, being a quarterback, you kind of have to do that. You have to carry yourself with a sense of confidence, and having other guys pull along with you and want to gravitate towards you. So being a leader and being a quarterback, it's not about you, it's about helping the team. So that's kind of my approach to it, is just kind of helping the guys around me, trying to make the team as best as possible, and just bring the guys along. I feel like that's the best thing to do at that position.
This offense is going to have the big play potential, but how about the little plays, the 4-yard, the 6-yard, the 10-yard pass, those things? I know that's a premium as well when you want to go in a high-paced offense. So how's all that coming together for you?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the biggest things I've been talking about JDB about, is I feel like our offense at our best is when we take these little quick catches, these bubbles, these little quick runs, because I feel like we get the ball moving with some tempo, and everything's rolling really efficiently. I feel like that's the most important thing, how this offense is going to run. These big plays are going to happen. We're going to stretch the ball down the field. We're going to score a ton of points. It's just these little plays, being consistent on that stuff, taking the 5-yard hitches, taking all those short passes, those quick runs. That's going to really take our offense to the next level for sure.
A lot of people talk about JDB as the offensive coordinator. How is he with you guys as a quarterbacks coach day to day? How is it like working with him?
Yeah, he's a great guy. I feel like he's one of my teammates. Just being able to talk to him on a personal level, and be able to laugh and joke and stuff like that, that's really important, is building a personal relationship with him. So when we go onto the field, we know we can play through each other, and I'm trying to be an extension of him onto the field. So that personal relationship kind of helps in that aspect for sure.
I know it's a fun, it's high pace, but it's also kind of a run-based offense, right? So how about the running game? How important will that be with the O-line and everything to help out your passing game? And how's that part going? Because you got some talented backs back there behind you.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially Rajay at the start. I mean, he's been a really good leader for us, and just starting off that backfield, I feel like we're going to be really good in that aspect too. We're going to get the O-line in really good positions to make plays, and then having the backs hit these holes hard, and then being able to run and make plays on that end for sure, because the passing game is going to be there, but the run's going to open everything up for that part. So I'm excited about that.
We've had several of your receiver teammates on, Chase Sowell and Anthony Smith, to name a couple. It's a pretty good mix of, I guess, returners and newcomers, and you yourself a newcomer. But do you feel like it's one unit now, like everybody's kind of together, ready to go as far as the receivers?
Yeah, no doubt. I feel like we all gel really well. Even in, like, we go into lifts and stuff like that, we're all having a good time and laughing. And when it's time to lock in, we know we have to play for each other and lock in like that. So being able to come in as a transfer and have other transfers coming in and gel with some of the guys that have been here, the relationships we've built, it's been really good. So I'm excited to build off that as we go into camp and in the season.
I've heard Alex say this and others. Big John's your guy, right, Alex? He's your favorite guy. Yeah. He also said he'll kick your ass too, right? So,
oh, yeah.
How's that relationship, and how are things going in the weight room for you?
Yeah, it's been good. Summer's the kind of time where you kind of prepare your body for camp and those grueling days. So having the mindset going in that you're going to work your ass off going into those lifts. It's gonna be tough. Like today, we did stadiums, running up the stadiums today, so he got after us a little bit today. But just having that respect with Coach Big John and having us push us is something that's really important to this team. So I'm glad he's here and helping us out.
Yeah, I think I overheard you and Dontavius talking about that, right, Alex? And you ran just as many as he did, as the corners did.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
For all I understand, they're supposed to run more, but
I'll take all the compliments I can get. I'm sure he had way less difficult of a time doing it than I did, but
well, you would hope so. You're probably right on that. Katin Hauser joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Katin, as far as sports go, have you? So we're in a period now where it's all pretty much Major League Baseball. You got the Olympics coming up if you're into that in a couple months, but really nothing until football. Did you watch the Stanley Cup playoffs? Did you watch the NBA playoffs? You a sports fan that way?
Yeah, I've been watching the NHL playoffs, and I was watching that for a little bit, and then also the NBA playoffs. I didn't really like the NBA playoffs. It wasn't that exciting this year, but yeah, just kind of keeping up with that stuff's been really cool.
You had some good games, but not good series.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick series. Now we wait until football. Are you able to enjoy football as a fan when you're a D1 football player and a quarterback? Or
it's definitely different at this level now because you kind of understand offenses and plays, stuff like that. Like as a kid, you kind of look at the big plays and touchdowns, stuff like that. And when I'm sitting there watching football, I kind of analyze it like I'm reading defenses and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a different aspect, but I find it interesting. And I try to look at NFL film as much as possible because that's the best. So being able to look at the best and understand that and watching games, stuff like that, it's really cool.
I think one of the more impressive things to watch up close is watch good quarterbacks, D1 quarterbacks, throw the football because you guys make it look so effortless. How and at like what age did you figure out that you could throw a football like that? And when did you decide that you wanted to play quarterback in college?
Yeah, I started playing quarterback when I got to like middle school, and when I got to there, I was just able to throw the ball, and I kind of grew off of that, and I had a really big growth spurt in high school, and then once I kind of got that growth spurt and I was able to get some size on me and be able to sling the ball a little bit, I felt like I had some chance here to kind of take it to the next level. So being able to develop at that age, when I got to freshman, sophomore year high school, and then take that to my junior, senior year, I felt like, yeah, I can take this a little ways.
So in high school, you played at St. John Bosco, correct? Yep. That's a high school powerhouse in California. Yep. Do you think playing in big stages at a high school level like that, do you think it prepared you for the D1 level?
No doubt. Yeah, it's not as high as the scale as D1, but being able to play top level schools with a bunch of fans in the crowd and stuff like that, it definitely prepares you for the tense and the kind of the anxiety going into those games and being able to handle that stuff going into the game. So yeah, that definitely prepared me.
Speaking on that, Alex, we were talking about the rankings, the toughest places to play. The college football video game put out that list. Coming from the Big Ten, we'll ask you, Katin, what's the toughest crowd environment you've faced so far?
That's tough. Penn State, we played at Penn State, and that was a tough game. The fans are crazy. And then also just playing against Ohio State and Ohio State too. Those fans are crazy too. Just being in those environments it's been a good learning lesson for me, and just being able to overcome that and kind of not take too much focus into looking at the fans and the crowds like that, trying to focus on what I have to do in my job. So
as fans, we hate the rivals. As players, you kind of come in and some guys become part of it and really start to hate the rival, but you also got buddies on other teams and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess, so my question is, will you hate Michigan for the rest of your life, or you know?
I mean, yeah, I had bad experience with Michigan fans, just how bitter they are and stuff like that, and especially with Michigan State fans. So yeah. I will not be rooting for Michigan.
Okay.
So that's what, yeah.
Just curious. And hopefully you'll hate NC State and North Carolina and those teams moving forward. Because I think sometimes fans don't really get that. Like, why is Katin Hauser talking to this NC State guy? Well, they're buddies, they're friends. Just because he's wearing that jersey doesn't mean you have to hate him. But as fans, we want to hate everybody on that side. So anyway, that's a difference between a fan and a player, I guess. Katin Hauser joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Katin, I don't know, what do you want to accomplish between now and the start of fall camp, which is coming up July 31st? What are some things you kind of want to tie a bow on before we get there?
Yeah, I just want to dive into some just my craft and being able to build off some of the things I did in spring, just being more consistent, making plays, stuff like that, not turning the ball over. Those are huge things I need to build off. And then also just trying to bring the team together as much as I can, try to be that leader for the guys, and then bring the offensive unit together, because I feel like there was a lack of leadership last year. And we have some guys coming up this year that I feel like can be a leader for our team, and I want to be a part of that. So being able to bring the guys in the offensive unit together will be strong going into camp.
Yeah, there was definitely some leadership on the defensive side last year, and they played well. It was the offense that just didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So what's it like? We hear the Captain Chaos with Coach Harrell and everything he does. So what's it like facing that defense and those guys on that side?
Yeah, I brought up just being consistent. That's tough to go against our defense because one of these days the defense is going to get us, and we're going to get the defense. So they're really good, and going against them every day, especially that D line, just having that pressure on your back, trying to make throws, stuff like that. So it's been tough, but it's going to prepare me for these games, and I'm blessed to be able to go against a defense and a defense coordinator like Coach Harrell.
In JDB's offense, how much freedom do you have at the line of scrimmage to like make checks and audibles, or are you encouraged to stick with the play that was given?
We're going with the play right now. We move really fast, so there's not going to be that much time for pre-snap to kind of make plays like that. I'm sure later down the road when we play some tougher teams that aspect will come into it, especially with these guys and getting them into one-on-one situations. That's going to be an aspect for sure where we can make changes at the line of scrimmage just because of how fast we get set and get ready to go. We're going to have some time before the snap to make that happen. So I feel like that will gradually happen, but right now we're kind of just focused on the play and trying to get everything down right now.
Katin, in Michigan State, you've got a shot to make the playoff. Your biggest obstacle is the non-conference, but also Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State, obviously. At East Carolina, the path has been pretty much blocked off until this year because there is a real path to make it there. You got to be the highest ranked champion out of the group of 5 conferences, and East Carolina has a shot to do it. I know it's day to day and we got to focus on the first opponent and everything, but big picture, I mean, do you think about that? It's got to be exciting to know you have a path there.
Yeah, being able to have a chance to go do that's definitely something that you want to look forward to. So how I approach it is, that's something I want to accomplish. That's going to be a goal of mine for sure. Right now, how to do that is to go day by day and do that stuff. But definitely goal is to win the conference and hopefully get a chance to go to the playoff.
Katin Hauser joining us. It's summer, Katin. Are you a concert guy? Like, you been in any good concerts?
I'm going to a concert tomorrow, actually.
Where are you going?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine.
Virginia Beach.
Just went. Okay, excellent. California guys like yourself.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite band?
I like a ton of bands. I like old 70s rock. I like Led Zeppelin's probably my favorite band.
Okay,
yeah.
Classic rock guy?
Yeah, man.
Good deal. And you said you are going to spend some time with your family in California this coming week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good to get out there, and I guess one last break, right, before you guys really get at it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hey, Harp, anything else?
No, I'm good, man.
Katin, we're going to let you run. We appreciate you joining us, and have a great rest of your summer, and we'll catch up with you again in the fall.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, East Carolina quarterback Katin Hauser joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll be back live on Facebook and YouTube at 2:30 with Ryan McChrystal as we keep the interviews rolling. So we'll talk to you then.